We also had a bit of dingo activity last night.
There's signs everywhere here, so don't get too close to the edge because it could crumble at any time. This is the bit that holds me into the helicopter.
That white area down there is where the Batavia crashed into the reef on the night of the 4th of June 1629.
Grab that one really tight and down in the water for park.
No, but I was fish at the most.
Savannah said that I scared her when I opened the door before. And then she said, "Mummy, you need to clack me in."
Did you clack a clack?
I clacked her clacker.
Do you want to tell us what that means?
When they get clacked in, that means that their seatbelt's on. I don't even know who started that.
She did.
Did she start that?
Yeah.
It's a noise, isn't it? Because it goes clack. I suppose, isn't it?
So what are we doing today?
We're going to Steep Point, the most westerly point in Australia. It's quite a big drive. It's about a 3.5 hour drive from here. So that's pretty big, and it's going to be some fairly intense four-wheel driving, so I'm a little bit nervous.
So we've left the camper trailer back at Hamlin Pool where we're going to be camping tonight. And now we're heading west along the appropriately named Useless Loop Road and away to Steep Point, which is the most westerly point of Australia.
What about 3 days?
7.
Visitors to Steep Point, South Passage Falls entrance. Welcome.
We're getting close. Girls are getting right into it. I think Simon's too much for them, they've passed out. We're about 95.5 kilometres down the Useless Loop Road now, and it's been a pretty good road. I think we've averaged about 75 kilometres an hour the whole way. This is the turn off now to Steep Point, and as you can see in the sign behind me, there's fees you've got to pay to get in, and we'll obviously pay that when we get to the ranger station further in. They call it a ranger station, but it's private property, so I'm not quite sure what that's about. I'm going to let the tyres down a bit. It's been a pretty rocky road, and the tyres are still inflated up for the bitumen, so I'm going to let them down about 30 pounds, and hopefully that'll give us a bit of smoother driving. And then when we get down to the end of the road, I think it gets a bit sandier, and so we'll probably let them down again.
If you try and do your trip around Australia without a four-wheel drive, you're not going to get to places like this. The track's just getting narrower and sandier the further we go. We're really into the thick sand now, so I've got the tyres down to about 16 psi. We're pretty much floating straight over the top, so it's all good.
Only blow through on the inside, don't they?
Like back to low range shit.
The track just like goes from gravel to sand pretty quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh jeez, that's good advice. Just hit the button by mistake.
It's one of those things we just got to hope there's nothing coming up the other side.
Yes.
You can't see till you get over it through this.
I reckon this is the first time I've driven on a corrugated beach. And here we are at Steep Point. We made it. Goal number 2 achieved. And just like the first one on Mount Kosciuszko, it's bloody windy.
In case you're wondering, this is what it looks like at the we made it.
That's the Indian Ocean down there. We'll see how it compares to the Pacific on the east coast about 6 months from now.
But it's windy as hell, so we're going to go and find a shelter spot and have a bit of lunch. And then we're going to drive back again. Another 3 hours, you beauty.
Looks like someone's broken something, so we'll stop and see if we can give them a hand. Not that we could get past anyway. So these guys have broken a leaf spring on their trailer and bent the axle, so they're trying to jerry-rig something so they can get it going again.
Get the jacket up there. He looks dead.
Well, you're not going to say the jerry rig?
We've given it a red hot go, but it's going to get a ride home on the ute instead. Home sweet home. Or at least it will be when we set it up anyway. By the time we finally made it back to camp last night, we were too tired to bother with dinner, so of course now we're starving. What we need is a big roadhouse brekkie.
Well, this will do for a start. We'll see how we go with this.
This is Steve's big brekkie here. We've got like half a kilo of bacon. It smells divine. If we had smell cam, you'd just be going, oh. See those eyes?
Could always order another one.
See those eyes? Always bigger than the belly.
Very yummy. Okay.
Good, yeah.
Okay.
Today we've got just over 600 kilometres to go to get to Exmouth. Our friend Anita's flying in from Melbourne tomorrow to spend a week with us.
Well, we made it as far as Exmouth. It's funny because all the way up here people said, oh, Exmouth is full, chock-a-block, you won't get in there. Every site's taken for the school holidays, and so we've been panicking because it's 6 o'clock and sun's setting. Just pulled up here and we can see about 30 empty powered sites.
Why did you come with a water thing, Mum?
Well, apparently drinking water here is not fabulous. It's treated bore water, and the guy said we've been here 3 months and we're still not game enough to drink it. The locals drink it, but I don't. So I said, well, we might just have a container of water while we're at it.
So it's not full then?
Drive in and choose a nice site.
Alright.
It's quite a fashionable little airport here. A nice little plane. Big company.
You hear the plane?
Yeah. Oh God, we got the. Give it. No, get used to it, honey. Hi.
I'm embarrassed now. Can I say hello first? We've got a cold beer here.
That's what I said to you, wasn't it, Steve? I said, the first thing you need to want is a cold beer.
Baby.
Yes, and it's all yours.
You can have it. You've really done well. Considering that time we went to the Gold Coast for 5 days and you had enough clothes for like 7 weeks or something. You know.
You told me I had a space about this much to put my
That's right. You do.
So there's no jumpers in there, there's nothing.
We've made this huge amount of space in here for your bag.
Mammoth.
It's not going to fit.
Bike or something. Oh, hold on to your arm stuff.
Careful.
Hey! Alright, what's next?
Let's go.
We're in Cape Range National Park, which is on the coast and very close to the famous Ningaloo Reef. The campsites are very basic, but when you've got everything including the kitchen sink like us, then what else do you need?
You didn't get scared of any creatures in the night or anything like that?
No, but I heard things scratching around in the middle of the night. I don't know what that
Might have
was.
been those crabs that they were...
No, like the birds. And I walked down to the beach before, and there's claw marks all over it, like emu marks, because it was scratching, but it was quite a large scratching. It wasn't like a.
So did you get up in the middle of the night?
Yeah, it was kind of a better woman than me.
I only go if I'm absolutely desperate.
With the reef so close to the shore, we're going to get the boat out and go and do some exploring. We picked up this collapsible boat trailer back in Melbourne, and it makes it real easy to get the boat in and out of the water. The best part is that it folds up and fits across the drawbar of the camper trailer.
Are we getting fish? Yay!
Should we see if we can find some turtles on the way out? Yeah! Okay, let's go. Oh, there we go, right there. Right to the front, off to the front. See down there?
Yes! Over there on the left. Savannah, over there.
We're barely 100 metres offshore and already we've spotted our first green turtle.
A turtle! A turtle! Yeah.
Oh, please come up for air.
Yeah, it's huge. We'll come up.
There's actually quite a lot of turtles here, but I think they can stay under for a while, so I'm not sure that we're going to get to see one on the surface.
Yeah.
It's incredible how close the reef is to the shore here. You can go scuba diving by just walking in off the beach.
Be careful.
So who caught the first fish then?
Me, the guest.
Have a look. Oh, it's a monster. Pull him up. Let's see him.
It was a beautiful fish.
Wow, there you go. Pretty colours. If I hold the camera like this, he looks like he's about 2 feet long. Alright, should we let him go?
Yes. Get on with it.
Say ta-da.
Bye.
Oh, thanks for that. Parting gift.
Now.
Oh, well that's one fish down.
Okay, so let's just get a sense of order here.
Well, that's enough work for one day. Time to chill out.
Today's our last day here at Ningaloo Reef, so we're going to pack up tonight. We've completely unpacked everything, so it's going to take us a while to get everything packed up. Tomorrow we're off to Karijini National Park. That's about a 10-hour drive from here for us, so we're hoping to get away about 8 o'clock in the morning, make a good day of it, get there before the sun sets.
What are we heading for, Anita?
Cold beer.
Cold beer.
I never thought this would happen, that I was so excited having a shower, the first one in 3 days. But it's as close to heaven as I get. I'm standing out here right out in the middle of, where are we again? Exmouth.
Cape Range National Park.
And I've got a sunset behind me. I've just had a VB and it was heaven. Now Jen's on the wash down. I've got to soap up the body bit. Oh, I've got it down pat. This is the best shower I think I've ever had.
This is Anita, also known as Chef on the Run.
Kids are happy, Vegemite and cheese. Kids are fed. Next on to adults, gourmet Philly, tomato and cucumber. I did ask for smoked salmon, but sorely I was disappointed with that.
That one.
It's a long drive today. We're heading inland to see the famous Karijini National Park, which is deep in the heart of the Pilbara region and one of the richest iron ore areas on Earth.
have an interesting story about today.
Driving, and driving. Lots of driving. How long did we drive for? We left at
9.
9 o'clock.
Got here at
at
6:15.
9 hours. It's a long time. But you know what? I couldn't believe how green it all was out there.
Yeah.
And what are you giving your daughter for dinner?
Bacon, eggs and tomato. Which is what we'll be having for dinner and breakfast.
It was a 6 DVD day.
That's what you call a movie marathon.
A movie marathon.
And what's Mummy doing?
Got a hard day in the back seat for the girls, you know. Supervising those DVDs.
No rooms in the hotel, no rooms in the one up the road, nothing, 0. So we've got a lovely...
No cabins, no...
But what do we have instead?
Oh, we have a beautiful
No,
cow
what
outside.
we've got? VB.
Yeah, we have beer, so you know the world's not ending.
VB, another VB. Oh look, 5 VBs, 3 adults.
Yes, he misses it. I don't feel very well.
You've got some sort of virus, or is...
It's all your fault.
Is it?
Yeah. You got the casket one at the fridge.
Do I have self-control?
Yes. Well, you're the mature one.
Mature? How do I feel? Fantastic. How do you feel?
Well, it took $8 worth of chips to make a dent in Jen's hangover, but now we've finally made it to Karijini National Park.
I think we're going to get incredibly filthy soon.
Yeah. Ground's very red, isn't it?
Yeah.
Red and dusty.
See, it's got all that dark stuff in it.
Yeah.
Could be iron ore.
Take this out.
Yeah, take the pins out, that's right.
Well, where do I put the pins? I know what I like to...
Down here, see?
Don't we have to get this one off?
This bolt, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Now you've got to take the weight off it, see?
Ah.
And put the pin back through the bolt like that.
Right. Ooh. Yeah, okay.
Come on, Anita, what happened to the upper body strength?
Oh, come on, that's about 100 kilos.
Can you give a bit of a push off?
Okay, go. Come on.
Don't pull on one corner. There you go.
Gap yourself one down here in that process.
Today's Anzac Day, which is one of the most important days on the Australian calendar. It's the day we remember the soldiers and people who've paid the ultimate price in war defending our freedom.
Brushing my teeth.
Some folks here in the campground have invited us to join their dawn service.
Western Australia's link to the dawn service is a special one, for it was in Albany, Western Australia, that the tradition of the dawn service was born.
Age shall not weary thee, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we shall remember them. We shall remember them.
There we are, Anzac to skip through. They're fresh, I've just opened them, I promise. No ants or nasty things.
Sounds like Sarah's leading the expedition today.
We're going to walk around here. And then we're going to go to, is it Fortescue Falls?
Which is down, yeah, you walk down inside the gorge, down some steps.
Yeah, just rub it.
Karijini National Park covers over 627,000 hectares and it's the second biggest national park in Western Australia. The landscape's over 2 billion years old and very high in iron content, which is what gives it the rusty red look. These gorges are the main attraction of the national park, and you can actually walk through most of them, although they vary in difficulty from easy to extremely tough. We're heading down to Fortescue Falls for a swim and a cool off.
You doing some walking?
Going.
Well, I'm doing some walking.
I know. Walking?
You walking too?
Yeah.
Gee, you're tall all of a sudden, aren't you, hey?
Take care, Daddy. Come
This is one of the challenges of travelling with a 2-year-old. Sarah can't cope with a longer walk, so Jen and I have to take turns to carry her.
Is that the pool we're going to, Dad? Down there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
You want to hold on to me or you want to jump?
What's up, Mummy?
Oh, big steps.
Big steps.
Jump.
These bands in the rock were once the seabed and they're known as banded iron formations. Okay, I could have driven through this creek once, but hey, 3 times was more fun.
We're here at Junction Pool Lookout. It takes your breath away when you look over the edge. I don't know if we're going to be able to capture it on the camera here, but we'll try. So you walk up to the edge like this.
Isn't that amazing? How am I going to take a photo of that?
And then you look down. That's got to be like 150 metres down.
I'm going to take a photo.
Allocation of water for the sharks tonight is 10 litres each. So it's one of those each. Lasts about 5 minutes. Go on, pour faster, pour faster. No, yeah.
Is it alright or not?
No, it's broken. It doesn't work anymore.
You're recording.
We'll work out a payment scheme, alright? So Savannah, what did we see last night?
It was a king brown snake in the toilet.
It slithered away, didn't it?
Yeah, into the bushes.
Yeah. So you don't want to touch those snakes. What do you do when you see a snake?
Oh, this step quietly away.
Yeah. On the way in here, I could have sworn there was a new rattle in the front of the car, so I just crawled underneath to have a look. The sway bar was pretty close to coming off. I'm kind of glad I found that before that last bolt came out, because otherwise the thing would have dropped down and could have got caught up on the road and just ripped the whole thing off. The challenge now is to see if I can find another bolt to replace the one that's gone. This bolt actually fits. If this didn't work, then I'd basically go and find a bolt somewhere else on the car. I think holding the suspension on would be considered to be a fairly important thing. Alright, let's get down this hill and down the end of that gorge. It's the bit where I go down the ladder and try not to make a fool of myself.
Anita's pretty keen for one last swim before she heads home, so we're just going to take a walk back down to the gorge and have a look.
There you go, look at that.
It's bloody easy.
Too easy. There shouldn't be any snakes in that grass, because I've already walked through it and nothing bit me.
That was fantastic. You know that Norska ad from the 70s?
Yeah.
About like,
You were living it.
except I'm not Swedish, nor am I blonde. It's very soft water. Don't know how else.
Come and check out the view from up here.
look at that.
Frosty and cold.
It's like an undertaker, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, feel that. Oh, God.
Just stand at the front and sell them as it passes by.
Oh, these cans have got ice on them.
We've left Karijini now and driven to the mining town of Newman, where sadly we're saying goodbye to Anita. It's been awesome having her stay with us, and she's talking about coming and joining us again when we get to Cape York, so hopefully that pans out.
Alright, we're gonna go. Okay. I'll see you at the bar. You have a good time. See ya.
The big business out in the Pilbara region is iron ore. There's mines, scattered all over the region, and we've come here to Newman so that we can have a good look at the biggest mine, in fact the biggest open cut mine in the world, and so we're going to go and take a tour and see how it's all done.
Now we all have to wear safety gear for the mine tour, even little
Should we
Sarah.
put the glasses on?
Yeah.
They don't come in size 2s though, unfortunately.
Oh, wow. So cute.
Show Daddy. Show Daddy.
You got your glasses on? Why hasn't the camera got his glasses on?
The scale of this place is unbelievable. This is the Mount Whaleback mine, and those little white dots down there are Land Cruisers the same size as ours.
They normally drill 18 metres down, and then an explosive truck will come in and put approximately a ton of ANFO down each hole. The blasts are done by remote control. The soil will lift up and just go slowly down again.
So once the blasting's loosened up all the rock, these loaders put about 240 tonnes in each of these huge trucks, and they carry the ore up to the processing plant. They dump it into a crusher where it's crushed down to a uniform size and loaded into stockpiles ready to be transported on giant ore trains to the coast at Port Hedland. Running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, this mine produces about 30 million tonnes of ore every year. The iron ore is used to make steel, with most of it being exported to Asia. So we've seen where the ore trail begins. Now we're driving the 400 kilometres to Port Hedland to see where it ends.
We'll just stop here at the roadhouse here just for a quick lunch. This is actually the way the ore trains go. The iron ore that we saw all gets loaded onto these humongous trains. It's pretty much the theme of everything around this area. Everything's done on a big scale. The biggest trucks, the biggest hole in the ground, and also the biggest trains.
There you go.
Nice chipperoonies.
Nice chipperoonie.
The ore gets loaded onto ships. Most of it gets sent overseas into Asia, and a little bit of it gets around to Whyalla in South Australia to the steel works there and gets converted into things that are made of steel.
The ore trains arrive here from Mount Whaleback and the other mines around the Pilbara, and they're unloaded in this giant dumper, which literally grabs the ore car and tips out the ore. Talk about efficiency, eh? The various grades of ore are then crushed and mixed and conveyed to these stockpiles before being loaded onto the customers' ships. At the moment they're shipping over 100 million tonnes a year from this port. That's big business. We're heading further north now when we're nearly into the Kimberley, but we've got one more stop before we get to Broome. We're going to have a crack at catching a feed of salmon at 80 Mile Beach.
You got something on the end there?
I have.
Road rod here. Here it is. Oh God, not
too close to me. Look at that. The big one.
Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woo!
Look at that.
Oh, he's a beauty!
It's a beauty.
Daddy, can we keep that one, please?
Yeah. Now we have got dinner.
We got dinner.
Yeah, baby.
Look at that.
He looks like a shark.
Look at the look on the fisherman's face. Look at that. Look at that. Look at pride. He's a happy boy. The fish isn't, but
Fish has had better days. Is he good?
One of the many things that Broome is famous for is the sunsets over Cable Beach. It's pretty easy to see why.
I've got an idea how we can actually build a little kitchen unit in here and save a bit of work in setting up every time. But more importantly, we can open the tailgate while we're travelling. Oh, we'll stop first, open the tailgate and make a cup of coffee and lunch and stuff here with everything basically here that we need. A plywood box that basically sits on top of this tailgate. Just out of plywood and some braces and so on to keep it strong. Front door folds down and becomes a little work area here. We put all of our tea, coffee, Vegemite, all the stuff we use on a regular day-to-day basis. We'll actually get the stove and I'll take the legs off and the lid off and we'll actually screw it to the top there so it'll be permanently mounted, and I've measured it up so when it goes inside it'll clear underneath here. I've got it all measured up, we just need to go to the hardware store now and buy the bits. Right thickness, about 12 mil. That's basically that arrangement, so 2 drawers.
Watch out!
Alright, here it is, all finished. It all goes in there. Ta-da! So the trick now is to make it stay there. I didn't want to drill any holes or anything in the trailer because it's all waterproof and dustproof. So we're going to strap it on instead. Okay. Well, I think we're just about finished.
6-disc CD with MP3. Sporting performance from 32,990.
The Gibb River Road across the Kimberley won't be open for a few more days, so we're heading north out of Broome to have a look at Cape Leveque.
Great road.
We're going to stay at a resort called Kooljaman, which is owned and run by the local Aboriginal people.
This is the first official test of the mobile kitchen.
It is. So far, so good.
So it survived about 80 kilometres of corrugated road. Nothing broken.
No, not that I can see, so that's a good thing.
What I need now is just a long gas hose. We can run the hose right round to there and not have to take the gas bottle off. I built this frame around the fridge, so now we can get the fridge out without unpacking the back. It's taken us the best part of 5 hours, so we've averaged about 40 kilometres an hour. Yeah, pretty happy to get here, to be honest.
Jen's in the office organising our campsite, and then we're going to go and set up, and then we're going to put our feet up and chill out because I'm absolutely knackered. Love from. Oh.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you, sweetie.
Angry.
Look at that.
No.
It's beautiful. Happy Mother's Day, love from Savannah and Sarah. Lots of love, hearts and kisses. Look at that. Beautiful.
So just drive on.
We've met Dewez, who works at the Kooljaman campground, and he's taking us for a visit to the One Arm Point fish farm to see some of the local enterprise.
This is where they breed tropical fish. We're going to have a little look around.
The local Bardi Jawi Aboriginal community here are very entrepreneurial. Everybody seems to be involved in one small business or another.
You see the fish? Thank you very much.
This is a Turkish shell. This is what we breed here in the hatchery. Okay. It's got a little slug inside there. But this is what our main industry in One Arm Point is, the Turkish.
Have you ate all the crawler?
Yeah, it eats all this green stuff on the side.
Here they are.
Yeah.
Clownfish, Mum.
Can you see the baby clownfish?
Yeah.
Do you see them?
In the coral.
Yes.
Do you want one for a pet? No.
I'm not allowed to have any fish on our big trip.
Right, like that.
Yeah, then it comes to this, and then she has to go in the belt sander to smooth it out, and then she does it by hand with sandpaper, makes it just a bit more smooth, and then we pop it up on the polishing.
The polished shells are sold as souvenirs, but the main business is farming and selling the raw shells into Europe, where they're made into buttons on high fashion garments. This part of the world is very famous for its massive tides, 6, 7, 8, 9 metre tides. High tide lines sort of up there, just below the rocks. It's dropped right down to here. So I don't know exactly what that drop is, but it's huge. It's pretty hard not to be impressed with Cape Leveque. There's just nobody here. The place is almost deserted. This morning we got up, we had our breakfast and a couple of people cleared out of the campground and there was no one else there. We were just there by ourselves basically. We're heading back into Broome today so that we can check out the staircase to the moon, which only happens a few nights a month. Apparently there's a good market there as well where we can get some nice Asian food.
Take your hands off your ears now. Okay, we're under starter's orders.
We're trying our luck at some crab racing at the beer and satay hut while we wait for the staircase to the moon.
Looks like we've got another set out. Most of them are racing, at least 7 of them are going. Anybody's race from here, except for the one in the middle, which is number 1, I think. No, number 1's out there.
You can pretty much count on Australians to put a number on anything that moves and race it for money.
Trying to set it out. Four's got the lead at the moment. Is it going to get over? It has. Number 4 is the winner. Number 4 has won it. We just wait for second place. And number 8 in second place. So number 4, Kosher, was the winner from number 8, Action Hero, in second place. So if you had either one of those 2 crabs, go to the board area and collect your winnings. We've got a bit of a prize here, so you've got a chance to win that. I think we've got a CD case and a set of headphones.
I'll be around
so
again.
all you need is CD player and CDs. So chance to win that as well, so well worth going in for this race. Once again, the tickets are the same price. They're $2 each or 3 for $5.
Savannah and I divided the winnings equally. She got the $20 note and I got the $50 note. We're at Town Beach and it's the market night, so whenever there's a staircase to the moon they have the market here, so it's all handicrafts and stuff from the school and nice little food stall, so we're going to get something yummy for dinner.
Was it?
When the tide's right out and the mudflats are exposed and the moon rises at the right time, the moon's reflection is called the staircase to the moon. Of course, it's all about being here at the right time.
This is the start of the Gibb River Road, a big part of the trip that we've certainly been looking forward to. This is about the biggest goanna I've ever seen. We've made it into the start of Tunnel Creek here.
That is spectacular. Look at that.
The rolling hands like that. Look at that.
Beautiful. It's just dripping with butter and honey.
Yeah, it's not a bad size.
We'll make a few dinners.
I got little Swana.
It's all under control.
This is better than barramundi.